It's been a while since I've made any type of pie, but I accidentally bought some puff pastry. Right now I'm thawing it out on plastic wrap, so let's see how this goes. I meant to get phyllo dough when I got puff pastry. I was in a hurry the other day. Right now I'm going to be making like a ground beef, kind of like a skillet pie, pot pie sort of. It's not really a pot pie sort of. Here I'm getting the beef broth ready. I'm thawing out the tomato paste. So this is thawed out, and it's going to be thawed out in about 45 minutes. So I'm wondering if I should put some, it looks like it's already got flour on it. So I'm going to have to roll this out. It looks like it's just about the right size. Let me check. Hold on. Turn this off. I'm going to be needing this, so I'm getting that out. I've got wax paper underneath this because I'm going to be cooking the pie in this 10-inch wide cast iron skillet. And I'm using wax paper to be used as a guide, about 1/4 inch past, to create a circle so I know how much to roll out the dough. So I'm going to cut a circle all the way around this pan. I'm basically, this is almost like sewing a garment almost, you know. I'm creating a guide so that when I roll out the pastry dough, I'll roll it out to the size of the circle. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, here it is. So I'll bring this over. This is like a guide, so I'm going to make it about, maybe just about that size right there. So let me bring it on out to the other section. Now I'm not going to show you, I'm going to go ahead and cut the onions and get all the ingredients ready, and I'll just want to show you the stuff that you may not know how to do. Everybody pretty much knows how to cut up potatoes and stuff. Basically, I've gotten all the ingredients ready, so let's start with the first step. I'm modifying this recipe. I will give you the modified version at the website. I'm making like a ground beef skillet pot pie without a bottom. It's just going to have a crust up on top. Right now I'm going to put the ground beef in here, in this container. The recipe calls for adding a little bit of salt in here. I'm going to just eyeball it. I'm using some beef broth that is pretty salty, so I do not want to turn this into a salt haven. I do not like my food overly salted. Yeah, what I'm going to do, the recipe says to put in ½ teaspoon of pepper and some flour. Okay. Actually, I think the flour will give it kind of like a nice texture. It's going to kind of like add some nice stuff. I've got like I said, I'm modifying this. Let's put in approximately a ½ teaspoon of pepper. I think that'll give it a nice flavor. That's about right. Okay, and as far as salt, I'm going to eyeball this. The recipe says 1½ teaspoons. Oh, that's way too much. Way too much. That's enough. Now, what I'm going to do is just mush it all together. Yeah, just to, the recipe actually calls for round steak, but what I'm doing right now is trying to make something for a time when I'm going to have my tooth pulled. And I'm trying to make a delicious soft food recipe. Okay, that's good. Yep. All right. Yeah. Okay. Now let's head on over to the stove, and I'll bring the camera over there. So I'm pretty much done. That was easy. All right. Okay. See, I already chopped up some Italian parsley, and there's frozen peas in here. I made my beef bouillon, my beef broth. These are the spices I'll be throwing in later, so they're all out here. Basil, Italian parsley, and a fresh bay leaf. I'm going to use sherry cooking wine in place of red cooking wine. I actually think the red would be better, but it's okay. Maybe it'll still be good. And some The egg's already beaten and ready. I got my roller pin ready. The pastry is in the refrigerator right now because I took it out about 40, maybe 15 minutes ago, so it's in the refrigerator. Let me go ahead and see if I can, oops, put you up a little higher. Yeah, get it so you can see the stove if I can get this. This is not easy, huh? Oh, there we go. You know what? Hold on. Trying to use a bob log is something. I'm kind of stuck here with a rubber band too. Don't fall on me. Don't fall on me. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's getting hot in here. Okay, let's get the canola oil out. I'm not going to use too much oil. I don't like to be fat city. So, do I have the camera on? Yeah, I do. Let's throw in a little bit of oil in here. Just a little bit. That's enough? Okay. I'm not following this recipe exactly. But I did like that. I accidentally bought some puff pastry, and I'm trying to make something with it that I think I'll like. Okay. They say to use 2 tablespoons canola oil. Yeah, what I have in there is good enough. I put in about a tablespoon. Let's spread you out. This is gonna go into the oven. I'm debating whether I should. It doesn't say to preheat the oven. Basically, the whole purpose for sticking in the oven is for the crust to form. I'm not going to worry about preheat. You know what? It's supposed to be at 425. Let's go ahead and preheat the oven. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and add beef and veg. No, we're not going to worry about that. Okay. So let's saute the meat in the oil until it is browned. Yeah. I think I'm going to just kind of like throw it in like this, you know. Little pieces like this. Yeah. This is my own recipe here. Actually, I can just break it up while it's in here. Kind of like you would, like if you were making some ground beef or stir fry this or something. Sorry about this, you guys. Like I said, I don't have the best camera situation. All right, and yeah, go ahead and okay. So we're gonna saute the beef in the oil until it's brown. Then we're gonna add onion and garlic. I know, what did I do with the onion and garlic? I just cut it too. Oh, it's over. I know where it is. Okay. See, this is what I'm doing. And this is kind of like a ground beef pot pie, you know. With, since it's got flour in it, it's going to be doing some weird stuff. Probably sticking to the pan. Let me go get my ground beef and my onion and garlic. Here it is. And I put these potatoes in water, potatoes and carrots in water, and I need to take the water out, get ready for it later. Yeah, that's because I don't like the potatoes to drown on me. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, is taking the water out of here. Alright. That'll work. I got most of it out. Now, onions and garlic are, I can go ahead and throw those in there right now. Let's see. Salt and pepper. There's that. The trick when you're cooking is if you get everything, all the ingredients in the same area, that helps. All right. Yeah. This is my version of round. The recipe actually calls for round steak, and I'm substituting 93% lean ground beef, which is probably made from the same stuff that round steak is made from. So, yeah. See, because it's got flour in it, it's kind of like going to almost be a good round steak substitute. Plus, I figured this is going to be soft food for later, and, you know, when I have to, who knows, I might end up really liking this. Let's go ahead and throw in the onions and the garlic right now. It said a big onion. It just sounds really delicious. See, this is going to go in the oven just like this, and then it's going to have a pastry topping. Yeah, it sounds intriguing. So, yeah. Yeah, I've got to keep that dough in the refrigerator because I got to let it cook here for like 45 minutes. I've got potatoes and carrots I need to cook. Excuse me, you guys. Don't have the best camera set up, and I don't want to knock this camera over. All right. All right. Go ahead and work on this. This looks interesting. You know, I hope this pot is going to be big enough. Let's see. I think it will be. It's got, apparently they took the ingredients so it fits just perfect for a 10-inch skillet, you know. Well, if worst comes to worst, yeah, I think it's going to be just perfect. All right, let's go. Take a look there. Okay, so we keep stirring it until the onion is tender. Okay, then do I need to go into, I put the broth in here. Add wine, so the wine will be next. Sherry is usually good with chicken. I imagine what I could do is just skip the sherry. Let me smell it. Let me smell the sherry. I'm kind of going to try to guess how I think this will go with this. Let me smell it. You know what? I'm not sure if this would work with this recipe. You know what? I don't think it'll be bad. It'll make it a little. Let me smell the broth. I may I might skip the sherry and just put in broth. I'm just broth only. I may not have room. I think I'll just put a little bit of sherry in here. Good. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be short on space anyway. I'm wondering if I should throw sake in here. I'm kind of like creating my own recipe. All right. All right, let's see here. Say, what kind of a recipe are you making? One that I'm improvising as I'm going, using my gut instincts as a cook as to what I think will taste good. Yeah. Like I said, I accidentally bought some puff pastry, and now I'm trying to decide what to do with it. Let me go smell this again. Smelling it. You know what? That may not be too bad. I think I will try the sherry. Yeah, I kind of like a sweet flavor to my food anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see. How much sherry did we put in? let's see, well that'll be about a fourth a cup. Okay, we'll put that in. It's supposed to be dry wine. It would probably be better if I use dry wine, but see, this has got salt in it too. That's another reason. I'm using sherry cooking wine. That's good enough. Just a little bit. Yeah, I used about 1/8 cup. Okay. Okay. Add wine, stirring to loosen brown bits. Yeah, okay. That's good enough. That has an interesting smell to it. I think that's good. Okay, that's good enough. Now let's go to the next step. Next thing you do, put the broth, tomato paste. Oh, I was supposed to combine them ahead of time. I'll borrow this. Combine 1.5 cups broth. You know what? I can put that inside this jar. So I need to put in tomato paste. Oh, wait a minute. No, we're good. Okay, 1.5 cups of broth. Okay, there we go. 1.5 cups of broth, tomato paste. That would be 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Here's my tomato paste. Kind of eyeball that. That's good. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm getting goo all over my fingers. I have to throw you over here. So you're going to have to excuse me. I don't have the best camera situation. Get this goo off my fingers. I'll have the well, I'm going to test it, and if I like it, I'll post it at my website. If I don't like it, then I won't. That's all. Oh. Okay, tomato paste, Italian seasoning. Italian seasoning, that's going to be 1/2 teaspoon of that and 1/2 teaspoon of basil. 1/2 teaspoon of Italiano seasoning. When I read the recipe, it just sounds like it'd be good. 1/2 teaspoon of basil. I can kind of like read a recipe and tell whether it's going to be good or not. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to take the top off. Alright, we'll do it this way. That'll work. There's basil. And I think I got to throw in a bay leaf too. If it says bay leaf, I better do it, because bay leaf makes a big difference in flavor. Let me see. Okay, not yet. We're going to go ahead and mix all this together, then we'll put in the bay leaf. What I might do is do a taste test too, and decide whether to add more sherry or whatever. Sherry cooking wine. Okay. It's got an interesting flavor here. Now I definitely cut back on the salt, and I could add some more salt right now if I want to. Yeah. Whenever you're making your own recipe, doing the taste test is not a bad idea. So like I'm taking bits of this and just giving it a taste test. Let's see. I think I'm doing pretty good here. I can always add salt as needed, you know. This is the stage where I would do it. When you're creating your own recipe, you definitely want to do the taste test. Okay, let's try this. You know what? I think I'm good. Yeah, I was right not to put in extra salt. Yeah, it's pretty salty as it is. I'm going to leave it as it is. No more salt. That was a good judgment call there. Yep. Because the beef broth I made from a mix ahead of time, and it's got a lot of salt in it already. Okay, now let's go ahead and throw in the bay leaf. That'll add some nice flavor. There's the bay leaf. Yeah, I had some old bay leaves and they lost their potency, and I just bought some, so I'm putting this one in here, and it'll probably impart a very nice flavor to this. The flavor seems pretty good. I like what I'm tasting so far. Not bad. Let me try that again. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like it. Yeah. I cut back a little bit on the sherry because I'm not using the red cooking wine, and sherry's kind of sweet. So, yeah. All right. Let's see what we do now. Bring to a boil. Reduce heat. Cover and simmer until meat is tender. Oh, the meat's already tender because I'm using ground beef. Okay. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to be following this recipe exactly. Cover and simmer. Let me see. Till meat's tender, they say. About 45 minutes. You know what? I think I will do that. It'll make the meat really tender, which I think would make it better. But I don't know. You know what? The meat's going to already be tender, though. I think I'm going to skip that step. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and add the potatoes and carrots now. Cook until vegetables are tender, about 20 to 25 minutes. Okay. We're going to go ahead and add them in here. And this is what I'm wondering about. I'm wondering if I've got enough space for all this. Looks like it's going to be just perfect. Whoa. Boy, this recipe, this is just perfect. Yeah. Okay. I think. Hopefully I think these things are going to shrink. Let's see here. Add potatoes. Okay. Cook until vegetables are tender, 20 to 25 minutes longer. And I'm going to put the pastry over all this, eh? Yeah, I guess it is the perfect size. Let's get a spoon in here now. Hold on. Put this over this way. I think I'm going to get a bigger spoon. What about the broth? I think you got to put in more broth too, huh? Not yet. Okay. Let's go ahead and mix this up real good. Ooh, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to cover this. Yeah, it's the perfect size for a pot pie. Yeah, this pastry's going to go up on top. And I imagine some of these vegetables are going to shrink once they cook too. Wait a minute, I got to add peas to this too? Oh my goodness. When do I add the peas in? Oh, they go in later. My goodness, I'm wondering if I got enough room. Yeah. Well, I think these vegetables are going to shrink. Yeah. This is going to be a full pie, that's for sure. Okay. Let's go ahead and let this cook for maybe 45 minutes or so. Making a mess here. Alright. Well, I only put in a little bit of peas, though. It's not a lot, so we'll probably be good. Yeah, peas and parsley going later. These are fresh potatoes from the farmer's market. Okay, let's just go ahead and let this cook. I've got it kind of like, I'm going to let it simmer, and I'm going to let it cook for, looks like I'm going to have to cover it. Yeah, even though the recipe doesn't say to cover it, I think that would be a good idea. The cover's right over here. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. It'll help it to cook. Okay, so let me go ahead and turn the camera off while I let this cook. Okay, I have not worked with pie crust in quite a while. This was a ready-made one. Oh, actually, hold on. Okay, this is a ready-made pie crust. Basically, what I have to do is roll it out so that it is the size of this wax paper, and I have it on a piece of plastic right now. And let's see. Oh, it looks like it's really close to it. Okay. But this one's kind of like pre-floured too, so that's kind of nice. That'll make it easier to use the rolling pin. Okay, let's move you this way. Okay. You work from the center out to roll. Let me see. Is it thawed out? Yeah, it should be thawed out enough to work with. Yep. Going out. Yeah, I think it is. I want it to be the size of the circle here, because that way it'll fit over the pan, you see? I'm going to go, oops. Yes. Yes, it's getting bigger. We're going out this way. Okay. And then we're going to roll out this way. And down this way. You move from the center out when you roll. I've got a piece of plastic here. Yeah, it's working, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's go out this way. Oh, it's moving. I need you to go this way. Let me put pressure on it. I may have to cut some of this using scissors. It's got to fit on top of that, you know. That's that 10-inch skillet. Looks like we're getting there. Am I on camera? Yep. Okay. It's the size of a square, you know, but what I'll just do is just cut the parts I don't need. The whole purpose for the wax paper is just as a guide to just let me know, you know, if I'm in the ballpark where it will fit over the, it's working. Okay. Okay, let's go this way. This is working out really good. Okay, let's go this way. way. Looks like. All right. Now what I'm going to do now is get my scissors and cut. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. See, that's what's I still have to do some more rolling down here. I need to go further. All right. Yeah. And then this needs to go more this way. Okay. All right. Let's go this way. This way. It's kind of like it's shrinking on me a little bit. Okay. There. I think we're pretty good here. Wax paper, yeah. There's the edge right there. Okay, what I'm going to do now is get scissors and just kind of like trim it down to size. These are kitchen scissors. I guess they'll work on pastry. Let me, yeah. I figured when I bought these things I'd end up throwing some of it out, you know. There. Throw this in the trash. I want it to be the perfect size to fit over that pan. Yeah, throw that out. We're good here. This goes kind of like that, yeah. Okay, we is good. We is good. All right, yeah, it's about right, the right size. And I rolled it out. That's good. So now what I'm going to do is put this in the refrigerator while it's waiting. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. There's another thing I have to do. Cut venting slits in the pastry. Keep chilled until ready to use. Okay. Venting slits. That would be like right there. Yeah. Yeah, that's a venting slit. You see that? I guess that's so it won't explode when it's in the oven. I'm kind of like going all around, making it kind of attractive. I don't know if you can, am I getting this? Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's good. Now what I'm going to do now is bring it to the refrigerator. Oh, let me put a piece of plastic on top of it. Hold on. Because that's how I'm going to carry it over to the... Okay. Am I supposed to let this cool off? Hold on. Use parchment circles, cut, keep chilled until ready to use. Well, what I could do is take the top plastic off if I need to. Right now, I'm going to go like this. So we're going to cover. This will just keep it from drying out too much. There. So we're going to keep it chilled because I think it's easier to manipulate when it's chilled. So we're going to go ahead and bring this into the refrigerator for right now. Alright, yeah, there. Okay. Yeah, let's see if I can show you what I did. Not the best situation here. Where did I put it? There it is. Okay, we're going to keep it there until it's ready to use. And I'm going to turn this off for now. Let's go ahead and work on, we're going to combine the flour with the rest of the beef broth in here. And get a spoon. I'm just going to use this bottle that I put in here and shake it all together. This is the rest of the flour. I like to have a clean kitchen, so what I've already done is I've preheated the oven. I put a cookie sheet in the oven with aluminum foil on top of it so that in case I have a spill, it's not going to get to the bottom of my oven. Yeah, because where I live I get inspections, and fortunately I haven't had to clean my oven since I moved here because I'm so careful about cooking in a manner where I don't make a mess. I usually just wipe it down with water. One of these days my luck might run out though. Now what I'm going to do right here is shake this. Yep. So I'm shaking that. I just put the flour in with the beef broth. So I'm shaking this, and I'm going to add that in later. I did make a bit of a mess here because when I put a cover on this thing, it's like, whew, it explodes, you know. I think I'm ready for the next step. Alright. I've got a pretty efficient stove here, apparently. Yeah. Let's bring the camera back over this way. Let's see if I can get... I somehow accidentally turned it off. So that's what it looks like right now. Let's see if I can get this. Let's turn this off for right now. Okay. Trying to film this with a blob or something. Okay. It's been about 25 minutes. I already did that. Let's go ahead and add this in. The stirring in the broth with the flour gradually until the mixture thickens. That's what I'm doing. Trying not to make a mess. That's good enough. I guess that wasn't gradually enough. Okay, let's go ahead and kind of a weird version of pot pie, huh? Trying to do this without making a mess is quite a challenge, let me tell you. It's quite a challenge. This looks interesting. There's my bay leaf. I'll be taking that out very shortly. I'm sure that's going to give it a nice flavor. Okay. I'm wondering how I'm going to put the flour mixture on this without melting. I'm going to definitely have to take the plastic off that thing. Okay, so we got discard bay leaf. Okay, stir in the peas and parsley. There they are. Now for I'm using Italian parsley because the grocery store did not have none of the grocery stores I went to had decent looking parsley. So when you use Italian parsley, you don't need to use as much. So even though the recipe called for 2 tablespoons of parsley with Italian parsley, I used about a tablespoon and a half. Okay. This looks like it's going to be an interesting pot pie. Yeah. Never made one. Like I said, I accidentally bought some puff pastry. This looks, yeah. I've never really made a meat pie before. It looks interesting. So, looks quite interesting. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat off right now, actually. Get ready for the next step. Kind of like spread this out. Actually, this is just perfect. But I'm going to have to be real careful putting this in the oven that I don't spill anything here. Okay. I think it's going to be pretty good. Alright, now brush beaten egg around the edge. Let me get the, I'm going to move the camera just a bit here and get my egg out of here. I left the egg in the refrigerator. Okay. Brush beaten egg around the edge. I think this brush is heat proof. I'm not sure. Probably not completely heat proof. I'm not sure I want to be doing this. I'm trying not to make a mess, you know. It's kind of hard with this dish. It helps it to stick. I'll also be brushing the egg on top of the pastry flour. Okay, that's good enough for right now. Carefully place pastry over filling. Okay, this is going to be something. Let's see how we do this. I've got it in plastic right now. Definitely don't want to put the plastic on with it, so let's remove one layer here. You can't see what I'm doing, so you'll just have to carefully place pastry. Oh, let's remove it from here. Looks like it's going to be. Okay, let's go ahead and get a fork and tin the edges there. Using a fork, press firmly onto rim of pan. I'm going all the way around. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah? Okay. It's a little going over the edge. That's okay. Okay, now we're going to brush Beat an egg. Oh. Brush with egg. Okay. Oh, don't make a mess. I think Lizzo's using her brain control on me. She hates it that I'm such a good cook for some reason. Yeah, this is one large egg that I already beat ahead of time, right? Okay. I think it's going to make it brown really nice by putting the egg here. That's why they want me to put egg here. Yeah. Looks like it's going to be interesting. Okay, that's enough. Now, okay. Bake pie at 425 until pastry is dark golden brown, 30 to 35 minutes. Oh boy, let's see if I can show you. All right. I'm going to put it on top of this cookie sheet. Don't spill anything. You know what? The cookie sheet was a bad idea, I guess. Because I don't know how I can get it in here without... I'm actually going to make it worse with the cookie sheet. The cookie sheet needs to go out. Boy, did it make a mess in here. I have a better idea. In place of a cookie sheet, we'll just put aluminum foil right there on that. And I'm going to have to move you over here right now. Yep. Well, yeah, I'm going to have to clean my stove too. Yeah, when I took the, you know what, I have an idea. These things come out. Alright. I don't think you can see what I'm doing, but I pulled the... I think preheating the oven was a bad idea. I will remember not to do that next time. It makes it harder to put it in here without burning yourself. Let's go a little bit deep in here. Okay. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and let it cook now for 30 to 35 minutes. So let me go ahead and turn this off. I can show you though. It's right in there, see? Okay. I gotta warn you, those vents are necessary or you will have an explosion in your oven. Yeah, this stuff just overflows the side of the pan. Fortunately, it looks like that was a good idea. Yeah, you definitely want to line aluminum foil on your on your baking slider thing here, whatever they call that thing, or unless you want to do a major oven cleaning. Yeah, because it leaked all over the foil and I put it over here. But yeah, that looks like an interesting pie, but let me tell you, it makes a mess. Yeah, it makes quite a mess, so be prepared to clean. Well, yeah, lots of aluminum foil. I will let you know how it needs about 10 minutes to cool off. I took it out of the oven a little bit sooner than the recipe said, and next time I will not preheat the oven. I don't think it's necessary. This looks interesting. Yeah. Yeah, anyways, I will let you, yeah, you're supposed to take it out as soon as it's brown, and it's browned. I will let you know what it tastes like when it cools off. I just cleaned my stove, and it looks like I might have to clean it again. Okay. Let's see if I can take this out of here without making a first-class mess. This looks very interesting. You can see I use strategy here, and I put it in a cookie sheet with aluminum foil. When I make the cooking instructions, I'm going to warn people that this is a messy recipe. It is still hot. Whoa, look at this. Okay, here it is. This almost looks like a British dish, kind of like the way that British people eat. You know? It's a little too hot for me right now. Wow. I will let you know. I've got to let it cool off a little bit, so I'll turn on the camera again later. I think it's cooled off enough that I can give you a verdict anyway. Oops. Let's try. I'll show you. That's what it looks like. Let me get more light in here. Oh, I forgot to plug this in. Oh, yeah. Trying to make a cooking video with a blob, you know. There we go. All right. Let's see. That is what it looks like. Let's try eating it. Oh, let's get I guess I would use a fork, maybe a spoon. I don't eat pies too often. This kind of looks like those British meat pies, you know. But I kind of like made my own recipe. So let's try this. Ooh, it's still hot. Goodness, it's still hot. I did good not to add any salt, that's for sure. It has plenty. Very interesting. Has a very homey taste. It's actually quite good. It tastes like a really good pot pie. Yeah. Let's see. Let's try it with the crust here. Yeah, it's good. All right. I will go ahead and post this recipe. I'm going to have to modify it and warn people how to keep their kitchen clean after they make this. I personally like my food a little undersalted. Some people might like a little more salt. I am going to modify the recipe to have less salt, but I got it all online. Not bad. I'm wondering if this would taste better with red wine. It probably would. So if you have red wine, but it's not bad though. It tastes very UK-ish, you know, like it's from England, you know. It's good.
In a world of secrets, where darkness reigns. There's a warrior rising, breaking free from chains. She's Gail Schuler, her heart pure and strong. With the power of love, she'll right the world's wrongs. Yeah, fighting against the devil with order. She's the first, a passionate crusader. Standing by the side of conquer it all. Through space battles